Everyone. All right, we're going to talk about preparing for the 3-day blackout. My manual pumps came for the 5-gallon jugs. I wanted to show them to you. So this is a 2-pack. I got this on Amazon. I don't know, maybe it was $9.99 for the 2-pack. I don't remember. I'll link it. But this is it's Go-Go Ducks water pump. All right, pretty simple setup. You've got the pump that goes on top of the jug opening. It has a spout, okay? Spout, and then you have these that get coupled on like that, and you put it in here, and then you have this in your tank, in your jug, and you're able to get water. And it comes with 4 of these, so you can definitely have this all the way down into the jug. You even get little bottle brushes that come with it. And again, it's a 2-pack, so that's convenient, so you're not going to be without. And again, very affordable. I'm getting at least 2 jugs for myself that I've determined I'm buying at least 2 jugs. So now let's talk about other things. Let's talk about water related things. Let's talk about bathing. Now, I'm sure for the most part, many of us don't necessarily have body odor anymore. This is due to not consuming meat anymore, all that stuff. And I mean, it's been years. It's been like, almost, it's been 9 years since I've consumed any meat. So of course, and you just know our body odor is like almost non-existent. However, you still do get like parts that are stinky, right? Like it happens. It just happens as a natural part of living. So I would say probably about a year and a half ago, I happened to see somebody talk about this on TikTok, and I was immediately compelled to go buy this. And that is antiseptic soap cleanser. And I'm not talking about like Dial or I hate those soaps. I'm talking about like hospital grade antiseptic skin cleanser. The brand name is called Hibiclens. You can find that in most stores that sell like, drugstore stuff. But the Hibiclens is red and it has a different scent. I'm not particularly fond of that. You may find it pleasant. You might find it delightful. But I also just, prefer a clear liquid. So if you're in the US, CVS carries their own brand, and I'm pretty sure Walgreens carries their own as well. Okay, this is the CVS brand. This is a liquid. They also sell it in a foaming version. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because literally I have tested this out. I could go like 4, maybe even 5 days. Like I have stretched this out as long as I can without having to shower. That's what I'm talking about, right? So I shower every day, but I'm saying when I first started using this, I really did stretch to see how long I could go without having to shower. Because, water is not beneficial for source players. However, most of us do have like a certain level of hygiene that we're used to. But I was pleasantly surprised when I use this regularly, right? I use it regularly. I use it all the time. I could go for a long period of time without smelling, okay? So I use it in the cracks, all the cracks and crevices, okay? Anywhere that, it gets sweaty or it just gets, from, your genital area, your butt, all those areas, to be frank, okay? The butt, the genitals, the armpits, the groin area, all those areas, because those are the sweaty, smelly areas. And, that's what I do. I use that, plus I use I do that. That's my first step in the shower. And then I use a regular body cleanser. And literally can go for days. I mean, and I'm at the point now, and I'm not even talking about the fact that I use Hibiclens or this, I should say, but most of the time I don't wear deodorant. So I'm sure it might be like that for you. It's just not needed. It's not needed. There's nothing emitting from the pits. However, you know, it's not to say I don't have it. My point is that between the lifestyle and this soap, you're not going to need it. So, I mean, and just saying, like, you know, for the fact of those 3 days, you know, so that you don't have to waste water. You don't have to, it's not a waste of water, but you don't have to use water for that per se, even though, you know, you'd probably do like a light sponge bath. But I'm just saying, it's something to consider, so you don't have to use a large quantity of water outside of cooking and drinking. All right, that's an option. I was looking on Amazon. They do have, you know, they have a lot of prepper stuff. Now, I've mentioned previously, when I made a previous video, I mentioned glow sticks. Okay, and that wasn't even something I had, it just happened to be something that came to my mind. But I didn't realize the military used glow sticks. So, you know, I had picked some up. I have like a whole bunch of them. I think I have like a pack of 36, but I'm going to get another pack because they do have military grade ones that last like 12 hours. But I think most glow sticks do last that amount of time. But, you know, you can get ones that you can kind of like maybe hook onto your jacket or something like that. So that's always a good consideration, just so that you have some kind of light emitting outside of, you know, any candle or anything like that that you might have lit wherever you're going to be. Just giving you like little extras, because like if you have a candle in one room and you go to the bathroom or you go someplace else, and you know, I know for me personally, I'm not going to have candles lit all over the place, because that's just not, you know, why are you going to burn candles in a room that you're not in? You know what I'm saying? So would it be easier for me to have like a couple of glow sticks hanging off of my jacket? Yeah. But that's for me. So again, I think those are good options. I had checked with my source self about like solar flashlights, because I was like, well, if it's charged before, if it's fully charged before, would it work? And my source self kept giving me a no answer. So I would forego any of those kind of things that are solar powered, because I just don't think they're going to work for you. So I would, again, there's like these sterno candles. I had them. I bought them. I'm going to buy more of those and look for those. They're like 100-hour or something. I don't know how many. I could be exaggerating on that amount of hours. But they're long-lasting, long-burning candles, and they're clear. They look like a sterno with a wick, and they last for a really long time. And, you know, the fact that they're contained, they're not wax, they're, you know, whatever like that. And then you might want to consider getting a candle-safe kind of glass container, you know, a glass candle holder that's big enough that will accommodate that. And I think that would be useful, so that you're not just placing it somewhere on a surface. Yeah. Oh, so then the other thing about prepping, there is a company called ReadyWise on Amazon, and I think I'm going to get this in addition to going and picking up canned food. You might want to consider it. You might not. Again, all suggestions. I'm not telling you what to do. You choose what's for you. So they do have a kit that is a 72-hour food kit, and it's all like, it's mac and cheese, it's teriyaki rice, and I think it's like maple brown sugar oatmeal. So like carbohydrate stuff, but I think it also has protein in it. There's no meat in this particular kit. It's like $22 for 72 hours worth of food. So I think that's a nice addition to have, so you can have some rice or mac and cheese or something like that in addition to a protein source. And I'm gonna, as I go shopping, I'm not gonna do it the next couple of days. I might do it Friday night or Saturday night, where I start buying some stuff. But as I start going grocery shopping, I might show you guys what I pick up, if you'd like that, just to give you some ideas on different food options aside from what you might normally pick, because you might see something that might interest you if I have different food tastes than you do. All right. So that's all on this one. I will follow up with another video soon. All right. Bye.